Yeah,
At
he's
least be, smart enough
supposed to be professional, man.
and the
Yeah,
distance is his fucking king.
yeah, be
Because
professional,
obviously
man.
he's a powerhouse. The
Yeah,
machine is an absolute monster.
yeah, Goldberg, yeah, big
I
guy,
think
man.
Bret Hart did get his hand up, but his kick blew right through his palm.
Yeah, yeah,
From what Bret Hart says, that before they went out there, he's like, "Look, he's like, Bill, I'll do anything you want, just don't fucking hurt me."
yeah. That's generally the rule in the ring is, do whatever you need to for the match, just don't fucking kill me out there.
Yeah, like Bret Hart, he's taking stiff shots and he's giving
Yeah,
up those too. But
yeah,
like,
yeah,
wrestling is the game. You're gonna get
yeah,
roughed up, whether you for that to happen or not.
yeah. Yeah, like that Undertaker and Brock Lesnar match, like, I don't think Undertaker wasn't supposed to lose there, man. Like, fucking
No,
Brock Lesnar fucking knocked him out, man. Gave him a concussion in that match.
I don't think that's what happened because, like, from what I understand, everybody says that Brock
Yeah, I'm
Lesnar is
hearing
100%
other
fresh.
stuff too.
Now,
Yeah,
if you fuck around, you're gonna find out.
yeah,
Like Brock Lesnar does business, from what I understand, from what every other big name has said about him. Like, he may not like
yeah,
me, but if he's very professional, from what I understand,
yeah,
behind the
yeah,
scenes in the ring. But he's gonna wrestle that makes sense. Like if it does, if you're some little dude, it's not gonna make sense for him to
yeah.
wrestle.
I think they're actually gonna have Undertaker lose to Kane at the next WrestleMania, but it didn't make it that far.
No, you know what? Even though I don't think they should end it the streak, but the fact that it's
Yeah,
Brock Lesnar,
yeah, yeah,
it doesn't sting so bad. You know what I mean?
yeah. It's not too bad, but a lot
Just
of people
considering,
don't like Brock though.
no, I know. I know it's
Yeah.
because that he's.
I think it would have been better if Kane ended up winning.
I think so too. But
Yeah, they
considering
should
that
have
he
gave
kind of
that
they
victory to Kane.
created like a little bit of a corporate bitch, I'm kind of glad they did it
Yeah, that's kind of stupid too.
because like they should always kept him involved.
Yeah, it's the fucking the guy that lived through the fire, the house fire. Although he's got no burns.
They murdered Taker, and
Yeah,
they fucking deconstructed him and everything. I've done wrestlers in the ring, but not Brock. But you know what I mean. You know. Uh, but anyways, from what I understand, Brock Lesnar is professional. Now, I'm not a big fan of him, but I've seen enough interviews both of him and other wrestlers talking about him that I really think that he really is professional in the ring, and that like I said, if you fuck around, you're gonna find out. Like there was a big guy named Braun Strowman. He was kneeing. He was having a crazy match with like Brock Lesnar, right? And during the match, he's kneeing him in the head. Well, a couple of those knees fucking connected, and Brock Lesnar gave him a fucking receipt. I think he gave him a shot to the fucking head. From my understanding, there's a few wrestlers that would love to have a match with he was in shape to do it, and Brock Lesnar is one of them. I think these are the top people I could name offhand that he would like to have a match with. Kurt Angle, Rey Mysterio Jr., and Brock Lesnar. Like there's others, but like those are the big names that came to mind. And I have to admit, like Bret Hart stayed in wrestling to the point where those guys came in. I think those matches were like Bret match was like no, he was still pretty much in his prime against a young Kurt Angle. You can't tell me that was a good match. Or with him me, that would be a match. But then him and Kurt Angle would be a classic. And him and Brock Lesnar. I know you love matches, man. I think you probably could give Brock Lesnar a good match, but depending on which Brock Lesnar is, like if it's a young one, it might be, or the youngest, you know, the story might be Destiny. But now some of those matches you wanted to have to use AI, and even AI wouldn't have that job. Like I would love to see Brian Brown.
Yeah, ready for blast off. Yeah, which two?
If they're in their prime, Bret Hart or Kenny Omega.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good match. Well, anybody against Bret Hart is a good match because Bret Hart knows how to sell the other person. You know, he's a really good worker. He could work with anybody. Yeah, Bret Hart, he could work with anybody and make them look good. 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah! Let's go.
I heard in WWE the only wrestlers they ever like. Well, they kind of listed this as late, but it was more of a wrestling match, like a real wrestling match. Was
Oh yeah.
Kurt Angle got a pin on him.
Oh.
But considering that Kurt Angle's a medalist.
Yeah.
Mind you, Lesnar's next best thing to that. Because what he
didn't those two wrestled on a plane, didn't they? And they almost fucking opened the fucking door on the plane when they're wrestling on the plane.
I'm not too sure about you're talking about
the plane ride from hell.
The plane ride from hell.
That's what they call it, man. That's the name of it. They almost all fucking died on that plane, man.
From what I understand, someone pulled pranks on some of the other wrestler people. And
then yeah. Well, I heard it like Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle got into a fight, like a wrestling match, on the plane while they're up in the air. And they fucking fell right next to the fucking door. And like if they would have fell a little bit closer to the door, they could have popped it right open, and that would have killed everybody on that plane ride. Yeah. So after that, they're like, no more fucking open liquor on the plane. Because they have fucking open bar on the plane, and they're getting drunk and rowdy, and that kind of shit can happen.
Yeah, testosterone.
Testosterone, yeah. You know, fucking Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle, like those guys have a lot of testosterone, those two, man. Two fucking alphas, man. Two big fucking alphas, you know. They're both alpha males, you know. Neither one wants to be a beta. They both want to be the alpha. So, like,
Brock Lesnar, I think he's an all-American.
Yeah.
He didn't go to the Olympics, but he did the next best thing, whatever wrestling thing in college or university. He went the highest level.
Yeah.
Kurt did that, and then also went to the Olympics.
Yeah, exactly. And got a gold medal. And won the gold medal. Like, holy man.
That's not only skills, but that's fucking toughness.
Yeah.
Like he did, like I know he used to brag about it to the point that it's kind of silly to say it, but it's true that he did that. He did all that shit with one finger.
Yeah.
Shit, I think I'd want to go to the bathroom with a broken neck, let alone fucking try to win a wrestling match.
I remember back in the old neighborhood, there was this big old native dude, man, that, like this really tall fucking native dude, man, that had a broken neck or something. He had to wear a cage on his head, like he had like a fucking he had like fucking rods. He had a shoulder pieces like a neck and shoulders with rods that went around his head. I don't know what happened to him, man. I didn't know him personally, but I seen him walking around the old neighborhood with like these fucking rods, you know, coming off his shoulder to hold his head straight. You know, and I was like, that guy must have had a broken neck. You don't get shit like that on your shoulders and neck and around your head like that for nothing.
In a setup like that, usually someone's been fucked up physically, and they're usually in the hospital, let alone walking
Yeah.
around.
Yeah. Guys walk. He looked like a fucking like a Frankenstein or like some kind of like robot monster, man. This big fucking thing around his head.
No shit.
And I'm only a little kid. I'm only like 6 or 7 years old at the time, and I'm like, holy.
That guy is probably about as big as you are now. Probably about weight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
some shit.
But I've never seen it. I was just a little kid. Yeah, I've never seen a guy like that before. You know, he kind of looked part robot to me. Like he couldn't turn his head. You know, his whole upper body had to move. You know. Yeah.
It just reminds me. Even though the matches itself were shit, I'm pretty sure if you could use them people who won, probably the best choices. I think it was pretty good. Well, excuse
Oh,
my
the Royal Rumble. Yeah. I heard it wasn't very good, but that's what I was just saying though.
I enjoyed
Yeah.
yeah, they're not as good as they used to be, but considering nowadays, I figured it'd be alright.
Yeah.
And for the men's Royal Rumble, they had Roman Reigns, which
Yeah.
I'm kind of happy about, honestly. Um, I really think they need to put the title back on him. And I'm sure there's some big matches on the way. They just gotta put them right. That's all I
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like with Roman Reigns is a talented man. He's definitely a wrestler. And I'm pretty sure he picked Punk to have a match with him. And Punk's good enough where I'm pretty sure those two guys can have a match.
Yeah, I
It's not gonna be
guess. Yeah.
flashy, but it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be someone like I guess Will Ospreay is looking off to this point.
Yeah. Yeah. Will Ospreay, he's gonna go back to Japan. Will Ospreay, he wants to go back to Japan. That's where he's going next.
Is he sick of AEW?
I don't know if he's sick of A&W. He just his home and his roots is in Japan over there, and the Japanese wrestling is kind of hurting right now. So what he's doing is he's going back there to like save the wrestling in Japan, and it's where he wants to go. It's where he likes to go. Like no doubt, WWE probably gave him a contract and stuff, but he probably didn't want it. You know. You know, some wrestlers just don't want to wrestle for WWE, and it's not about the money. They don't want to go there. Yeah, you know, like Powerhouse Hobbs. Yeah.
Well, yeah, he used appearances at the Rumble. He's still looks pretty good.
Oh, I'm sure he does, man. He's fucking massive. He's a big guy, man.
He was the biggest guy in the world. And I'm not talking about the fat wrestlers. There was one fat wrestler that was in the match. Or actually a couple. There's this new rookie. What's his name? Femi? Yeah, I like that guy. Like, that guy is such a big, impressive wrestler. Like, he's about the size of fucking Brock Lesnar. But he's really young.
Yeah. Well, Brock is getting old. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. Because, he is getting up there in age. He still looks great, mind you, don't get me wrong. But, like, let's face the facts. Like, he is an older man, and I'm sure he'd much rather work on his farm than make wrestling movies. Because I know he's very responsible with his money, from what I understand. So,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's sitting on piles and piles and piles. I don't know why he's doing wrestling nowadays. Maybe he's bored. He wants to do it while he's still young enough.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's that rush, that high, that feeling they get from the crowd when you walk out in front of all those people and everybody's looking and staring at you and watching you do your thing. Like, it's like no other feeling in the world, man. You can't put a price on that. You can't bottle that up. You can't fake that. That shit's real. Yeah. Ready for best of 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, good news. Oh yeah. Woo, man.
I think I'm saying his name right. He's a big black guy. But he comes out, I think his whole thing is that he's a master of the world type of thing. Kind of like Sid Vicious, now that I think about it.
Yeah, Sid had an awesome thing going.
Do that all the time?
Absolutely.
And the master of the world. At least when he's
the ruler, the master, the fucking.
I used to really like Sid. He was one of my favorite big men back in the
day. Yeah, his attitude is fucking off the scale, man.
And then he music. It suited the psycho music.
It was good. It was good, yeah.
It was kind of that for a big man like that, that's the type of music.
Yeah.
Like something that's like says doom is approaching.
Yeah.
Like for a big scary guy wrestler, like like that type of music only good. Like you don't want to be you don't want to be a smiling baby face and come out to like with intimidating bass music. You want to come out to something flashy.
Oh, I know. Like in AEW, they got Willow Nightingale. When her music comes on, it just cheers everybody up. Like it's just like, how the fuck can you not be happy when you hear that song come on? It's that whole character. Like, I'm sure that character could be a real badass, a real meanie if she wanted to be. But that music just sells her as such a baby face, man, So, like, sometimes it's just the music you need, man. And, like, Ultimate Warrior had, like, probably the most badass theme tune in all of wrestling, if you ask me, man. Like, his music was the best, man. It got you so pumped. When that fucking beat came on, man, you were hyped, man. Yeah, and then you see the Warrior come out there, and he's just fucking losing it, man. Oh, man, he's fucking blowing up by the time he gets in the ring,
Yeah. As much as I love I do like it.
Yeah.
Looking back, that guy couldn't be wrestling.
Exactly, but he had the music, he had the look, fucking his interviews. He had so much fire in his interviews. You didn't even know what he's talking about, but the fire was. Yeah, man. He just got.
Like, he probably has more nonsensical promos than anyone other than maybe Macho Man.
Yeah.
Macho Man, sometimes I had no idea what the fuck he was talking about, but all I know is that he can fuck somebody up.
Yeah, man, Macho Man. He looked like he had such a chip on his shoulder, like.
Right? Like sometimes you didn't know what he was talking about, but I'm pretty
Like
sure
someone just shit in his soup or something, man. You know, like he had such a fucking look.
fuck somebody up.
He had such a look, man. Like especially like if you talked about Elizabeth, man, like that would just get him heated. He hated that, man. Somebody talked about Elizabeth.
Oh yeah, he was
Yeah, he's psychotic. That was a good word. Yeah, man, Macho Man, fucking rice.
If you're gonna take her around in a wrestling environment, especially back in the day, I almost don't think honestly.
Yeah.
I think it might have been a little too much, but some wrestlers are.
Yeah.
Her own base desires because she's gonna be around these big, muscly, sweaty guys.
Yeah.
Maybe like that shit.
Well, some of them kind of do. Yeah.
And she's probably no different.
Yeah.
She's married.
Yeah.
So Macho Man's probably like, I don't want her to be around other wrestlers. I don't want other wrestlers to be around her unless it's actually needed.
Yeah. Well, he was jealous. You know, he's a real jealous kind of type.
I don't. It might have been jealous, but I think it was more protective.
Oh, and that too. You know, protective and jealous. You know, and like, there are times, you know, where I think he made her like stay in the dressing room like the whole fucking night long until his part came on. Yeah, and like I think Andre the Giant had some problems with Macho Man. Like he didn't like how he treated her or something, and he didn't like certain things about Macho. He didn't like, so he like roughed him up and sat on his face and farted on his head and pulled his hair out and shit like that. Eh? He really roughed him up in the ring.
There's one thing I don't understand.
And he had to take it. There's nothing he can do about it, man. It's Andre. Yeah, well, that was when wrestling was real. Wrestling was real back then.
He believed in protecting women and children.
Yeah.
I understand on the movie sets and protected women.
Yeah.
So like, him seeing in history, like Miss Elizabeth, yeah, I'll get messed up too, especially if I know I can do something about it. Like, who's gonna fucking stop Andre the Giant back in the day? Nobody.
Well, that's just it, man. Yeah, no one can fucking touch him or handle him, man. And he wrestled however he wanted in the ring. Like, you couldn't tell him, oh, you can't do this, and we want you to do that. He did whatever he felt like in the ring, man, and that was that. Nowadays, wrestling is a lot like, oh, we want you to do this, we want you to do that. Make sure you got your makeup on and your acting skills down packed, and you only need 4 or 5 moves in the ring, so like, just do this one about 10 times and save your good move for the end. It's just the cut and paste fucking, formula for a lot of wrestling. That's why I don't like the wrestling. Like in WWE is like, it's more acting than wrestling. Like they wrestle, yeah, but it's like they're acting more than they're actually wrestling anymore. Like back in the old days, you actually wrestled more than you did acting, But nowadays they want more acting than wrestling. So like that's what's killing it, man. Yeah, maybe I did. Well, probably because me, you know, I'm on the right page. You know, I know what I'm talking about. Yeah,
I'm not saying you're not. You're definitely right.
yeah. Like back in
Those
the
are all valid
days,
points.
they had wrestlers like Andre's days in the old days, man. They had wrestlers like real dudes that fucking wrestled and stuff, man. You know, and some of them had a little bit of acting, but not much. And you could tell it in the promos way back in the day that this guy could do a promo, this guy can't do a promo. You know, like there's this, you could tell the difference between a good promo and a bad promo back in the day. And nowadays, they're all got to be good promos, and your acting skills is what takes that. Yeah, yeah,
Despite
yeah,
all the fucking scripted shit, but not all wrestlers do the scripted shit.
yeah,
Even in WWE, if you're
yeah,
big enough in the ring, they get. I guess they kind of give you a voice.
yeah,
Other than
yeah,
that, you can say whatever you want, which that's almost wasteful.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
you can't just go off and do your own thing. You can't just distance yourself. Well, you can, but that's a good way to get yourself fired.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good way to fucking drown
And
out
no one
there.
wants
Like,
to,
yeah.
want to work with you in that type
Like
of
I think that was kind of Sabu's problem. That's why Sabu didn't grow as well as he did. Is he didn't know how to cut a decent promo. Like he was a great wrestler, but he couldn't act. He didn't know how to really act. Like what he did for real. You know, he wasn't acting any of that shit. And like he couldn't act. He couldn't cut a promo. You know. He did promos here and there, but they weren't as good as like say Ultimate Warrior or Macho Man or Hogan or anything like that.
You know, New Jack hated Shawn Michaels, but he liked him.
New Jack, he's a different kind of person, man. Yeah.
No shit.
You know, him and Brian Pillman got into a serious fight. Do you know that, man? They got into a serious fucking fight, man. That was back in the day when Pillman had like a broken leg, a fucking broken neck. Like he had like a serious car accident, and he was all fucking, you know, wheelchaired up and everything. But he'd still come out to the ring and cut promos and shit, even from the wheelchair, because he knew how to do promos, man. That dude was fucking lit. He was a firecracker, that guy, Brian Pillman. And one of the times, and like a lot of his shit wasn't scripted either. He just said what was on his mind, and you know that worried a lot of people, I'm sure. And one of the times he was out in the ring saying shit from his wheelchair. He said the N-word about New Jack or something like that. He called him an N-word, you know. And fucking New Jack, he was back in the back room watching, listening, and he was fucking lit. He was pissed off of what Brian said, man. When Brian Pillman went back there in his wheelchair, man, New Jack just lost it on him, man. Just fucking jumped him, fucking swinging, everything, man. And this is the cool thing is that even Brian Pillman, as hurt and as hospitalized as he was still fighting back New Jack. He was like holding his own against New Jack in the back room, more or less. Like he didn't beat New Jack or nothing, but he wasn't afraid to throw down with New Jack, even as fucked up as he was in his condition. You know, so like props, man. You know.
It was kind of like, you know, they kind of paid him off as being crazy. But I think I think there's some truth.
Yeah, he was on a lot of the cocaine, and you know, he was on a lot of the hard shit, man. You know, and they got fired up before they went out there to do a promo and that kind of thing. Like they made sure that they were properly medicated and hyped up to the specific point they needed to be at when they went out there. When they went out there, they were firing on all cylinders and then some, man, you know, plus the nitro, you know. Yeah, man. And that's what put them over, man. That's what they did to get over back then.
You know, there's wrestlers definitely is bullshit. I cannot sense it.
Yeah. Yeah, they pick and choose a lot of
Sometimes
politics.
like these when if the people are lying,
Yeah,
they'll,
yeah,
they'll, they'll obviously on the show, and then online,
yeah,
they're
yeah.
obviously there's some politics against it. Because like, or at least the person like the one wrestler that I didn't even think I'd be talking about, but now that I think about it, she's kind of like a UV female bad guy.
Yeah, which one's
Her
that?
name's Chelsea UV.
Oh, I think I heard of her before.
She's actually good, like as a wrestler.
Yeah, yeah.
Like she's an underground match now too. Like she's had intergender
Oh,
matches,
then she knows some stuff then, yeah.
and
They're good.
I guess he delivered a legendary chop, and apparently she didn't feel it. Quite extensively watching a video of
Oh, yeah, yeah.
chopping her, which sounds and she sells it really well. But apparently it didn't.
Yeah, yeah. You know
And
who's got the worst chop in the business, man? Is the Minoru Suzuki from Japan. That guy's chops, holy shit. If you haven't seen him take on Chris Jericho, man, you should see that match. Minoru Suzuki versus Chris Jericho. Oh my gosh, that's one of the most brutal wrestling matches I think I've seen, man. That one is freaking brutal to watch, man. I've never seen anybody get chopped quite so hard ever like that before, man. This Minoru Suzuki, man, he really lights up fucking Chris Jericho, man. And Chris Jericho gives him a receipt back, you know, man, but like, holy man, you'd have to see that match. I haven't seen it in a while, man, but I seen it more than once. That match is fucking crazy, man. It's almost hard to watch, man. Yeah, man. Minoru Suzuki versus Chris Jericho. That's the most brutal chopping match I've ever seen in my life, man. Yeah, those guys chop each other so hard, man. They fucking split each other's chests right open, man. Like, these guys' chests are split. The blood is just pouring right out of these guys, man. It is like nothing else I've seen before. They both look like they got shot by a gun in the chest, man. They look like they got bullet holes in them, man. They're bleeding so bad. And they are still chopping one another, even though they're bleeding like crazy out of their chests. They still keep chopping each other, man, one another. Man, it is just crazy to watch, man. It's like nothing you've ever seen before, man. I can tell you that. Those are the most brutalest chops I've ever seen, man. Yeah. Ric Flair does the best chops because he can chop someone, make it sound real loud, and like not hurt the guy very much. You know, he could chop a guy almost all night long, man, and not like hurt the guy real bad and make it look just devastating, you know. But I got that Minoru Suzuki, man, his chops are brutal, man. Like his really light you up, man. And Chris Jericho can do the same right back, man. Man, that's a brutal match, man. Chris Jericho is Minoru Suzuki. Man, that's crazy shit. Ready for blast off? And that retirement match between the Will Ospreay and Bryan Danielson, that's one of the best retirement matches I think I've seen, man. 3, 2, One. Fire! Oh yeah, Kevin Nash. Yeah.
When Hogan left, man, Bret was he was the guy that kind of carried the company into its good, kind of put the pieces in place. Bret was super over, and he was he was a good champion. He would sign. Maybe more of the bust left the company in Europe because he'd be out there and sign every fucking match beforehand. Bret was always going to be misunderstood by Bret because he wasn't somebody else who loved him. It was his family, so passion his family. I didn't appreciate the business until he got into business, and then I realized, holy fuck, nickname to kill somebody not touchable. It's a marvel. Bret was.
Yeah.
That's Kevin Nash.
Yeah, for sure. That's why the Young Bucks are pretty good, because Young Bucks do these crazy fucking moves that you think would kill somebody, but they just make it look that way.
I like this cartoons. Like wrestling needs to pretend to be real. If that makes sense.
Yeah, oh
It
yeah.
makes sense to me. It makes sense to you for you, not for me. I think wrestling is great again in some respects. Like there's a bunch of companies. It's not just one.
Yeah.
I think the more companies out there,
The better it is for wrestling, and the fans have more choices of what they want to see. Yeah.
so the wrestlers themselves, so they can stay involved.
Yeah.
Because maybe one company is more pickier than the other. Maybe you like one company, not the other.
Yeah. Maybe you want more wrestling than acting.
For instance, the one company, you can get hired there. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
I understand all that's wanted. Just because
Yeah.
there's companies, I understand that. It makes sense. But I also like there's like back in the day when we had WWF, WWE, and WCW, and I kind of like ECW at the time. Like we had all three of those companies going on. It
Yeah.
was pretty sweet time for wrestling fans. At least here in North America, those three companies were going at the same time.
Oh, it was good, yeah.
Fans ain't pretty good. It's
WCW, ECW, and then you had Japan also going on over there at the same time. We had FMW, Hayabusa.
that was good still. I know you don't like it now, but
Yeah.
at the time you did. You watched a lot of wrestling stuff back in the day. Like I remember that one pay-per-view in Eric where it was the Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
Like
Royal Rumble, the
like fucking
legendary Royal
you
Rumble.
put your
Yeah.
wrestlers to fucking put Undertaker in that fucking gas casket.
Yeah, man. Took like 20 guys to stop Undertaker. Yeah. The casket match.
You know, he
Yokozuna.
is preposterous now, but being so invested in the character back then, considering how deadly it was back then.
Yeah, and the wrestling. Yeah,
Like it was so
man.
believable.
Undertaker is just such a thing back in those days. You know, it was like the wrestler we always wanted to see, but never seen until he showed up. You know. Yeah, he reminded me a lot of Derek. You know, the young Derek was a lot like the Undertaker before the Undertaker. Before we had the Undertaker, we had our buddy Derek. You know, he had like the leather jacket and you know long hair and the heavy metal and all that crazy stuff. He was like a living Undertaker.
The Undertaker's more of a, I would say he's more goth and emo than rock metal.
Well, he headed in that direction after a while. Yeah, yeah. More like a death metal, you know.
Can you imagine if he did come out with some death metal music?
Yeah.
It probably would also like that funeral music he has going on. It makes
Hmm.
sense, but I also think like something pretty hard rock metal as like death metal. I think
Yeah,
if
yeah.
it had the Undertaker in it,
Something like Brism, you know. Brism's got that really crazy like vocals, death metal vocals.
his new metal band I heard it worked the other day.
Oh yeah, which one's that?
Awesome,
Which one?
awesome.
Vatsum?
Flotsam and Jetsam, I think.
Oh, Flotsam and Jetsam. Yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah.
And the Overkill.
And some Overkill. Yeah,
Well, you know, I like the Overkill.
yeah.
There's a young guy I met at work, the same guy that I told you about, he made his own super roots. But
Yeah.
kind of like I guess what you've done yourself. But
Yeah.
anyways, like he also likes that old music. I'm like, I was telling him like, geez, there was a time where me and my buddy would have these on cassettes, and he's like, holy shit.
Yeah. I still listen to cassettes, man.
I would if I had them. Yeah, but
Yeah.
cassettes are shit. I don't have
I, yeah. I got this one tape, man, that I found in the snow, like a long, long time ago, man. Years ago, man. And I was delivering newspapers. I was like delivering newspapers to you know the area, you know my route. And one day in the snow, I found this tape lying in the snow, and it was all gray, unlabeled. It's like just a mixed tape, you know. And I found it in the snow, and I was like, "What the hell, a tape? Oh shit! You never let these go by, man. You see a tape somewhere lying, you grab it and take it. You know, you never know what might be on there, man. It might be some good stuff." I took it home, listened to it, man, and there was like music on it that I'd never heard before. I have no idea who these guys are, man, but they sound good. I like it. It's like a dark synthwave kind of rock and roll metal kind of music, you know. It's just different, man. You know,
It sounds different.
it's just different, man. It's the only one of its tape in my collection like it, man. You know, and it's unlabeled. I don't know what artist it is, but I still listen to it to this day, man. It's in the kitchen right now in the ghetto blaster, and because I found it like just the other month ago. I was in the basement cleaning up, and I thought I lost that tape, man. Like seriously, I haven't played it or listened to it in such a long time. I haven't seen it in years, man. It's been years. I was sure I lost it somewhere. That someone stole it and took it on me, man. You know, because I haven't seen it. And then I find it in the basement in a box. You know, I was like, no fucking way, here's that tape with those fucking tunes on it. I fucking. But yeah, it's a band. I have no idea who they are, man. But I listen to them a lot. I think they're fucking. I think they're really good, like musically good, you know. So I check them out a lot. Tapes, man. A random tape is fucking out of nowhere, man. Unknown band, unknown tracks, but I fucking love it.
It was good music, no man. So
Yeah, that's good too. Good music on that. I think it's good.
music too.
Yeah, it could be like country or rap. You know, that's usually how it goes, man. Is it's country or rap or some rock and roll. But this one time, man, it was actually music I've never heard before, man. You know.
Don't you hear one side was like music and the other side was some guys like I don't know scientists.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You know,
That
I
would be
mean,
funny.
if I like the music, I like the
But
music.
there's music on it and that's actually good.
That I like, yeah, it's good. It's hard to
It's
describe.
pretty amazing that it still worked after being in the show.
Oh man, I play that tape so much, man, and actually, it's been eaten up, man.
Oh,
It's been eaten up many times, man. And it's the only tape of its kind. I'll never get another one like it. You know, I'll never find another one or get another one like it. So, what the band is, yeah, I'd like to. I don't know how I would find it, but maybe your nephew Michael, you know, Psychotron. I think last time he was here, he was showing me an app on his phone that can, like, if you play music and you run it through this app, the app will tell you who the artist is. You know, so he might be able to come by and do that for me. Yeah. Then I'd actually know, well, who is this band? Like, I did find out one time, man. I was at a restaurant, like a breakfast cafe, you know, hanging out with this one chick that was a friend of mine. And the guy at the cafe there, he was actually, one day he put on these tunes, and to my surprise, it was the exact same tunes from that unknown tape that I picked up that one winter, you know, in the snow. And I was like, holy shit, who are these guys? And they kind of sound like Nine Inch Nails, sort of. Like that's the best similarities I could put to them, you know, this band on this tape, you know. At first I was thinking that, oh, this has got to be Nine Inch Nails. But then I found out later on that it's not, you know, like this guy he's like, oh, this is such and such a band. And I was like, really? I thought this is like Nine Inch Nails. Oh, no, Nine Inch Nails, they suck. Those guys are no good, man. And Nine Inch Nails, they're a bunch of wannabes. Oh, you gotta listen to these guys. These guys are a real deal, man. These guys are the real shit. And I'm like, fuck, really? All this time I've been listening to this tape thinking it's Nine Inch Nails, and it's not. It's some other band that I never fucking heard of before, man, you know? Yeah. So I knew the name of the band for a short little while, but like, you know, memory's bad and stuff, and I just, after a while, I forgot what the name of it was, so still to this day, I can't remember, I don't know the name of it. I just keep listening to it, playing it all the time, you know, in the kitchen, and doing cooking, or getting a drink of water or something, you know, I can put them tunes on, you know. Yeah, man, I like them. And yeah, that tape is so chewed up, man, I had to fucking splice it and tape it, and fucking, man, that tape has been chewed up a bunch of times, man. I just keep fixing it and keep playing it, you know. And it sounds like shit in certain areas. You could tell it's like all scratched up and just, you know, it's in rough shape. But you know what? It still kind of functions. You know, you can still listen to it. So I do. Ready for blast off, Captain? Three, two, one, fire!
I don't know, soft and I got but like the one that's either auto or sub. You guys know sub. I think it's supposed to. This
Colors.
red, white. Some people didn't like it, but I like that. It wasn't perfect in the cartoon. I don't know. Boys, I think this I think those are last year. But like, they could be another type of jet, I guess. They can't be the classic interjets. But that's realistic. They come pretty close.
Yeah, I gotta finish that. I was mostly doing work on the Rhino. Yeah. Yeah, I did a bunch of work on it. I feel like taking it easy today, kinda. I don't know. There's a bunch of people on Star Wars tonight. You know, I almost feel like jumping in here and playing Star Wars with these guys. Yeah, I was spending a lot of time with my figures and, you know, my stuff in the war room, you know, making plans. Yeah, I really like that truck, man. That Rhino Semi is just, it's really badass, man. I'm just really liking it, man. I had to custom it and stuff. You know, I had to custom certain things here and there, but now that what I did due to it, it looks amazing. And I actually, what I want to do is make a video on it and show everybody like the changes and the things that I've done to it to make it better. You know, I'd like to make a video on that and put that up because it's like, man, it's pretty awesome looking. I'd like to get some of those stickers from Etsy. You know, I was looking at them yesterday before I went to bed. I was on the internet checking out, surfing through their site over there at Etsy looking for the holographic see-through stickers. But I didn't find the ones I was looking for. I was looking for the Mandela ones. And I couldn't find the Mandela ones on the site. I don't know. Like, I got them off there before, but now that I'm looking for them again, I can't find them again. You know, it kind of sucks. But they have like broken glass or like broken crystals that are like see-through pattern, like a see-through holographic broken glass, which is kind of neat. And I also came across some other stuff while I was on there. I was looking at certain fabrics, and they have like holographic fabrics, actually like cloths that are like holographic. They're like psychedelic looking, like they change color, like depending how you look at it and the angle it's looked at, like. It's you know, they have cloths that change color, sort of thing, you know. So I was thinking.
The bank that has a jacket is kind of like that.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It's mainly purple, but it shimmers.
yeah, yeah. I was looking. There's different kinds. There's not just one kind. There's different kinds of holographic. You know, cloths that you can get. Is trying to think of the name of that one. Iridescent. They had an iridescent cloth, which is kind of neat. But I like the holographic one. I was thinking, and then there's gold. They have different types of gold, and I could get these cloths and like fashion capes for certain figures, you know, and give them, you know, capes and you know, costumes, you know, cloth goods for certain action figures, you know. And like I don't know if I would wear this stuff myself, but then again, who knows, maybe I might even just make a shirt or something myself to wear, you know, that I might want to wear, like a gold shirt, a shirt that's made out of gold, or it looks like it's gold, you know, like. That'd be pretty cool to have like one of my own custom shirts looks fucking gold. You know, wear that around the hood maybe, you know, I don't know. Put like, you know, some patches on it, you know, it can't be just gold and like looking like a hooker or anything like that, but like if it's gold with like fucking skulls and crossbones and fucking, you know, death heads all over it, you know, and fucking, you know, crosses and stuff, you know, like, yeah, that might look pretty cool. You know, some nice back patches on the back, like a Megadeth back patch for on the back of something that's all gold, you know, that would be kind of cool. Because there's different types of gold. They had the one that I do like. It's like a black and gold. It's like gold, but it's black. It's like a blackish gold kind of look. And I seen that one, and I was like, I kind of like that because it's not really bright. It's not like a bright gold. It's kind of like a dark sort of looking gold. So like there's all different kinds of gold, and I noticed that when I was looking through, all the different toys that are gold. Because there's this figure, it's gold. This figure is gold. This one says it's gold, but doesn't look gold. There's all kinds of different gold stuff out there. So like, you gotta make sure it's the gold you want. don't get made a victim of. Don't be a victim. Buy the wrong fucking gold. Don't get that cheap imitation stuff. Don't get the fool's gold. Get the real good stuff, man. Make sure you check it before you buy it.
Yeah, I still, yeah, I never thought I'd see anything
It's gonna be about the same. They're about the same. They're gonna be about roughly the same. The Diacone base might actually run into being more expensive, actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like 2,000. And this thing's like gonna be 2,000 plus,
Yes.
Yeah. All the extras, like the ships and the sword and extras and stuff. Like the extra ships alone are like, that was like $400 just for the extra ships. And then the sword and extra parts, that's like $400 or $500 there too. So you're looking at spending about $2,500 roughly. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Yeah. Oh, hell no, yeah. And now that I know how to like move them around, like how to make a move by magic, the figures, that's really cool, man. I know how to move them now. And I was thinking too just the other day, remember I got another idea too, man, like in the last video that we were shooting, you remember I was using the invisible thread on that one little car to make it move? I just thought afterwards, man, like yesterday or today, like I could do that with the bigger figures too. Like, Jazz and, Smokescreen and all the other figures, right? That turn into cars. I could pull them with invisible string and make them look like they're driving, without any hands attached, which... Oh yeah, it's the same way, man. I just use that invisible thread and just attach some invisible thread to the front of them with some tape or something underneath, and then I could just pull them along and you'd see the vehicles moving and like no hands there, man. And like you can't even see the thread because it's invisible. Unless you really, really look, like people will be looking at the vehicles moving and like they won't know how they're moving. It'd be like magic, moving by magic. Just, for some added special effects, in the videos and stuff. So that's gonna be cool, man.
We've got 3 vehicles in form.
Yeah.
And then they also have the one that combines with another favorite mat, and they look pretty good together.
Oh yeah, they're good.
The one thing about this stuff over here compared to the ratchet backs,
I like that. I really like that because of
the
how
light one
small they are.
is
That's amazing, man.
sounds like a ratchet.
Yeah, you hear that, man? The craftsmanship, like, man, I love those kind of joints. Those kind of joints, like, you can tell just by hearing it that it's gonna last a long, long time. You know, it might wear out one day, but they're gonna last a long, long time, man. Those are good joints.
I can't wait to get the PS5. You know, I like
Ah,
with it. The first quarter of the year is like January
yeah,
to like the end of March,
yeah. I don't know.
and
Yeah,
then the second quarter is like the beginning of February to like
yeah,
well the month is like 12. The year is 12 months, and then every 3 months is a quarter. So the first 3 months of the year, the next 3 months is the second quarter. Next 3 months is the quarter, and then the last remaining three is the last quarter.
yeah. I know about that, man. Cause like when I ordered that Mazin
Yeah,
Kaiser,
that's how they
no,
say that
I
expect
remember
it
that. Yeah,
this quarter,
and then they push it
because
back to the second quarter, and then to the third quarter, and you're wondering, are they going to push it back to the fourth quarter? That's almost the whole year. You know, and that's what they did with Mazin Kaiser. When I ordered Mazin Kaiser, they
yeah,
kept pushing it back and pushing it back. I was starting to wonder if it's ever going to come out. And it finally did come out. But yeah, they just kept pushing that back further and further. And I have a feeling they might do that with this one too. The Royal Defender. That Royal Defender, I think, is going to keep getting pushed back.
the Diacon thing.
Yeah, the Diacon mobile base and that. They
I
call
don't
it
think it's
the.
been pushed back yet. It's
Not yet,
still
but I have a
because the
feeling they
first
will
quarter of the
though.
year is still first quarter of the year. They have until the end of March.
Yeah, I still got another month before the first quarter is done, right? So like, I gotta start saving right now. Like I've been saving ever since the beginning of this year, man, for this stuff, and like I'm still fucking saving, man. I gotta save everything I can, man, in order to cover that.
I thought you guys you already used payback.
Well, I was it was the Knight Rider I was covering, right?
Yeah.
But I got that covered, so I got the 110 scale Knight Rider covered. But now I gotta, focus all the funds onto the Royal Defender. Yeah. Some good action on Star Wars tonight, man. Some real killers playing on here, man. I'm just watching these guys, talking to you guys. I'm still kind of waking up. I haven't eaten anything yet. I'm wondering if I should make something to eat or go hungry for a day. I don't know. Oh, well, that's a good move, Tanner. Right into the enemy grenade. He could have went anywhere else he wanted to, but he goes right into the fucking enemy grenade. Fucking blows himself up. He's a one of a kind. He's a one of a kind man. I don't know what to think sometimes.
And Megadeth, if you imagine if you were able to get the Iron Fortress, would he be on the Transformers side or would he be on PC's?
The Iron Fortress? Which one is that?
So it's like that giant, I don't know if you call it.
Oh, you mean that giant Metroplex?
Yeah.
No, that thing's, well, it would probably go to the Transformers. Where else would it go, right?
Can you imagine that thing at some point getting used?
Yeah. When I see
Honestly.
when I see something that big, you know, like, and it's plain looking, man. Like that thing does not come with any stickers, as far as I can tell. You imagine all the customizing I could do? I'd be customizing that thing for the next 5 years before I'd be done.
I know, man. I have to fucking put like a
It
mark.
does complain, but being customized
Yeah,
that way would be like really insane.
that would be
Yeah,
sick.
yo, I would. Yo,
Customize,
seriously,
That would
sometimes
be
it's just a little too big.
like it. I
yeah.
don't really think it needs it, but if you did it, it would be pretty damn awesome.
Yeah, wouldn't it, man? 'Cause, you know, I would be putting lights inside that thing.
Yeah, sometimes it's just a little too big. Sometimes I think I just need taxis for the moment. Right? That's it. It's just blindly when shit's too big. Sometimes you know.
Yeah, yeah. Sure, bro. Bud! Fire! Let's go!
I'm sorry, but I jumped in the car. Oh shit, here's my taste shot.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
It's when you combine, it's probably about the size of a large Jeep. I think I got worth low-key. Might be crazy for years. The quality and the engineering in these things is something to see. Like you could ask anyone.
Oh, yeah, those diatones, man. Yeah.
And then I did have that tire one that I set up and combined together.
Zoids, oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good
Yeah,
one.
you can wear that on like as per the website. You can get the Zoid Dynamo something like that, and I think it comes with like a diaphone.
Yeah, because it's dialogue as well. It's awesome.
The Diacoms have done some cool crossovers. Like they did a crossover with Gridman. That's like a Nemo Suzuki thing,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's the one I got. I got that one, and I think he's pretty cool. Like he's the
Yeah.
show where he has the parts of his vehicle as armor. But you know, it also comes with a little tiny Gridman. Not a little Gridman, but Diaclone. But it's like a specialized one. He's weird.
Yeah, yeah, there's a chair. There's a chair for him. Mm-hmm.
The original
It's like a chair for him.
Autobots and the Insecticons, they were Diaclone Transformers. I'm pretty sure literally
Mm-hmm.
the main ones, just like the old classic Optimus, Minuscule inside Roller. You're able to put little guys in there. In fact, some of the people who got the PS1, the instructions or like the booklet that you could sneak Optimus in, there was these little guys that were in this shit. And then when people got them, they're like, those who saw that stuff, they're like, listen, where are these little guys?
Yeah, yeah.
That was the Diaclone
The drivers. Yeah.
Honda, Radical is what they call these.
They get trouble.
Yeah, well, the whole thing was him and some others like him. They were part of
Yeah.
a line that were supposed to be like what the size they were in toys is what the size that they actually were. They were just robots, but like they look like everyday items you could use, like a gun. What else
A
was there?
camera. Yeah, like a camera.
Fucking tape deck because like
Yeah, the tape deck. The
tapes.
Autobot, the microscope guy. Remember?
He was diagnosed too. I didn't know that. That's cool.
Well, I think so. He looks like he would fit in that lineup, like he does.
But anyways, like all the Transformers, a lot of the Transformers stuff were various lines of items and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Optimus had 2 drivers.
Listen, original Autobots as well.
Yeah, a lot
How
the planes, Stretch Jets, they have their type of stuff too. I think the Conans are original, if you can call them original, basically.
that black truck tracker, black truck. Yeah, black truck. Cab.
I don't know why I got some of the Transformers. I already saw the other Transformers like Siege. Yeah, these guys are combining stuff. They're bigger than most creatures.
See if I can.
Did you get a like already? Did you get all the devastators parts?
It still shows weird. Superior.
Oh, that's nice. And you also have like Minosaurs. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's the one.
No.
Somehow a little different. A little different. I'm so thankful that that's the like for real. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's like how here. Let me break that down for you. Alright, so the whole thing is I was like, yo, it's not my fault. Now, I was just like, yeah, I have to fuck out. But, yeah, that was cool. Like, I don't see that. And like what we are doing. But I'm also in a depression past. You know? Yeah. James was taking the fucking world. You know, why should I fucking get through? You know what I mean? Destroy my relationship for you? I'm like, fuck. No. You could just be a mom. You know? It's just like, I was pretty much bound down the stairs. By the time I was like, by the time it was 9 o'clock. Like, you weren't mad at me when I was tired.
And that video is so serious.
Oh yeah.
Yo, you heard?
That'd be cool.
You know, not because I was talking to, like, you guys and shit. Yeah, like, not late. Like, not late, I've been talking. Oh, so you've been through, you know? You're fucking kick me out. I said, bro, how am I kicking you out? I'm as quiet as I can be. You know? You can't expect everybody to do it back when you do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I came back, you know, Matt home now, he was emotionally there. He was like, yo, I got you. I get it. So I got a pool. The good news is, hey, yo, Rob. The good news? One grand I can get back. Yeah. I could go back to Canada.
Ready for blast off?
You know I'm going back, right? Except I'm going back legally this time.
Guess.
Yo, all I'm worried about is my kids, that's it.
That's all she's
I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna be a parent. You know? I can, like, being without my kids, though, is tearing me apart. You know? It's just more of a, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna get myself together, get a job. Shit like that. Be close with my kids. Get an apartment.
One! Fire!
Get an apartment. And just be there for my kids, you know?
come here and claim as a refugee. And then say, try to get away from the demons. Might work.
No, for real.
Yes, but
Because they take it refugees. Also, don't forget, we used to take in the, remember how Americans took it, no problem, from the railway thing. So it's still there in law. Yeah. That shit is still there. I'll never get it either, but the slaves get it over and good thing it was even some slave. But it didn't help them escape. So he was motherfucker. Wild West. President.
I would just say, the leaders of the country. This is you'll get a hotel room, you'll get pizza, yeah, so you might as well shit. Give me yourself some shit. I think you should hear the map of the what country and
Yeah, we'll keep them all over there in one spot, man. Don't let them spread around. Then, if that be the case.
that's what like it's all bad. That's like they just not conform or a image become more of a better balance. You know what I mean? Just like when you come she's like, okay, just like how they come here and do that to us and shit.
Whoever it is, they can fuck off too.
That's how that was on Saudi Arabia, killing. Yes, it did. You should feel. I don't believe the whole lives of virgins, but the kids.
I bet you. Bucket. Lord.
Just to be like respectful. Well, like, well, that's the thing. It's more like art. Like God's art. Cover it up. Like a ball or box. I don't know. Don't like them covers.
No. No. Yeah, yeah. I know. We were supposed to be working on Ultraverse 5 stuff anyways instead. Visiting with all those guys, but yeah.
Yeah, well, it was fun getting to talk to Rob. It's been a while since I last sent over. Usually when I'm on, there's like a full group of people in there I don't even know most times. Sometimes you're in there not very often. Sometimes him and a lot of other people I don't even know. So
Yeah, yeah.
I don't feel like going in there just to meet everybody except Rob. Because I
Yeah.
totally do that, but sometimes I just don't feel up to it. So I just been watching Halo, I guess. There's some other things.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, we need what are some of the things you think we need to do?
Well, since I got the Master Force now, you know, like I'm getting the vehicles and that for the Master Force and that. I'm trying to figure out like who should they be fighting, you know, who should they take on with their vehicles and that sort of thing. And I originally planned and was thinking of having them help out the cities, you know, like the different Decepticon cities sort of thing, right? But then I was thinking that, because there's going to be the cities that are collecting energy for their super weapon that they need to build. So, what I was kind of thinking here is that they're going to be doing their own thing. The cities, they're going to be doing their thing. They're going to be taking on the elders, you know what I mean, in order to get their energy to build their super weapon and stuff. So while that's kind of going on in that, do they need the Master Force's help? Like, that's what I'm trying to think is like, when and where or how and why would the Master Force be best needed? How would they best be utilized, right, in these kind of scenarios, sort of things and setups? And what I'm kind of thinking here is that while that stuff is going on, I'm thinking that the villains, because they're a lot of their demons got roughed up, right? Because they kind of used them in space in that one battle to, basically help use them to help slow down the Great God Destroyer so they can get away from it, So they stepped up and were fighting the Great God Destroyer, and they all got like manhandled, they all got fucking torn up by it, and the villains here are also unlocking parts of the castle that were not accessible before, kind of like the Fright Zone, right? So
and it's like mutating too.
Yeah, it's kind of mutating. Yeah. So that's gonna happen, and it'll reveal Monstar. Basically, Monstar will have his big reveal, and then they have their new heavy hitters. Well, not yet. That'll be later, but they'll uncover them anyways. But for active heavy hitters, so yeah, not right away, but for the active heavy hitters at the kind of the moment, sort of at that particular moment, would be Prime Nemesis and Monstar.
Monstar is or like battered corpse of like body.
Yeah.
Should be in the chair of that new Grayskull, and like Dark Redeem should be in the tunnel of fucking the Fright Zone.
Oh, the Fright Zone, you think?
Yeah.
That's an idea.
Because I really like the idea for him to be kind of dead as soon as his own throne type of thing.
Yeah.
Or at least a chair, and that castle does come with a chair.
Yeah. Maybe we should do that. I think we should do that now that you bring it up like that. That makes a whole lot more sense. Yeah, that'll work a lot better. And then we could reveal the Fright Zone at a later time instead, right?
Exactly.
And reveal the new castle now, kind of thing. Yeah, I like that idea. I like that. And then they can, they'll find Dark Rydeen later on. Or Black Rydeen, they'll find him later. Or actually, should we call him Common Turk? I think we might change his name to Common Turk, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be okay. That's a nice.
Yeah.
He looks like a Common Turk.
He does. He's got the horns.
Stun guns, I think that's what those horns were called. Stun guns.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. So yeah, I think that'll work out pretty good then. And like where I was going with this, right, is that the demons got roughed up a little bit by the Transformers, or they're blaming the Transformers for it, more or less, So what I'm thinking is that they're going to try and come down to those planets and try and prevent the cities from getting the energy that they need, right? Like, it's something the villains would do. You know what I mean? They're also meddling with Grayskull over there, taking control of Voltron, right? So
Yeah, because maybe they're kind of hoping, even though in a slight way they kind of sabotage themselves. But like
in a little way, but it's caught.
with the Transformers, though,
It's
it's
worth it
almost like
though.
trying to set them up for failure so they would get defeated because that's one less device for them to
Yeah,
oppose.
yeah, and that's what I'm thinking is, the way villains usually think and operate, they would just fuck with that shit just cause, not whether it would benefit them or not. It's just because they got pissed off about them. They want a reason to throw some shit around.
Maybe Skeletor and Hordak.
So what better time?
Overrides the good guy. Just trying to make sure it's
Target.
Uh, yeah, so that's why I'm thinking that the villains might come in and try and stop these cities from gaining their power or whatever, you know what I mean? And when they do that, that would be a good time for Transformer reinforcements to show up. I would say, you know what I mean? Like when they show up, they're going to need more reinforcements to deal with the villains than the cities by themselves. So at that particular point, I'm thinking that they'll bring in the bigger guys, like the Generation 1 Transformers, instead of like Headmasters, Power Masters, those kind of guys we could run with, the old OG ones, you know what I mean? Like the Generation 1 Transformers being brought in and maybe led by Scourge. I was thinking maybe Scourge would captain the new Transformers, maybe, and have them come in and try and stop the heroes. But then maybe they can't deal with the villains because of like they now have Prime Nemesis and Monstar on their side now. So now they're kind of like, well, now what the fuck, So maybe at that particular point, I'm thinking we should have the Master Force join up with the G1s and take on the villains. That's what I'm thinking. And have the Master Force team up with the G1s instead of the cities, because it just wouldn't scale in quite that well with the cities, with what we're trying to do here. But they would scale in sort of kind of well with the G1s Transformers. That's what I'm kind of thinking, is how best to present them and scale them in. And I think that's the way to go with them, is to bring in the Master Force with the G1s, and have them go on a special mission against the villains in order to basically keep the villains at bay long enough for them to get the energy they need out of the Elders, kind of thing, for their super weapons. And then, once the super weapons are built, then they won't need the help of the Master Force. The Master Force would only have to step in shortly in order to push back or keep back the villains. Is kind of what I'm thinking here. Yeah. So then the villains would be taking on basically the Masterverse, and the Master Force and the Transformers together, the G1 Transformers. I think that would make for a decent matchup, Monstar and them, and we could have them kind of not really have a decisive victor, you know, but you know, they're both kind of like smash heads and both kind of back away kind of thing, you know. But now they kind of know what their opponents are, you know, more about their opponents, you know, their resources and stuff. They're learning from these fights, these encounters. If they can't win them, they learn from them, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's kind of what I'm thinking. And then we could throw in the question, and this is kind of, I think, would be a nice little hint or an Easter egg of things to come, is throwing in like the Master Force asking the Transformers, you know, the G1s, hey, how come you guys are this big? You know, in some ways I would expect you guys to be bigger. You know, why this size? You know, and then the Transformers can, you know, basically explain to the audience like, well, we're this size because our creators, you know, we were built by our creator for other creatures, you know what I mean? But we've never really had much use for putting other creatures inside of us before. But we were built that way for that. You know, which would kind of be a hint towards, you know, the Robotech Masters, you know?
Yeah, well, the audience.
Yeah, they won't know that,
Right.
but, and, yeah, for the Robotech Masters, yeah. And then the Transformers in return would ask the Master Force, like, and you guys, I thought you guys would also be bigger. How come you guys are so small and a lot of the other humans and fleshlings we've seen are bigger than you? Well, why is that, you know? And then they could go on and explain, too, that their part is like, well, that's kind of a long story. And it has something to do with running into the doctor. You know, the Master and the Doctor kind of brought us into a war that we didn't belong in, and, well, certain things just sort of ended up the way they did, and, well, we're smaller now, you know. But I do agree, we should have been bigger. You know, and they could tell their two sides to each other, right? And then that also kind of opens up, like, well,
Well, they could also say that maybe our size is great, but our power is not diminished.
yeah, you know, maybe they could go on and say that they were big at one time, but due to circumstances, we went through dimensional barriers that that caused us to end up like we are now, you know, and it's so that we could better defend ourselves against, you know, the forces in this universe, because being big is not always a good thing. You know, they could kind of explain that to the Transformers in that way, sort of. And that would kind of explain why the Elders are not really big. They're kind of like smaller in size, because it's more safer for them to be smaller instead of bigger, you know, for survival purposes. And that, I think that would be good to like throw that in, so it would kind of self-explain why the sizes are the way they are, kind of thing, you know. Yeah. So and that's why I'm thinking like they should work together, the Master Force and the G1s, just so that we could cover that in the story. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
They probably think of it as singing universes.
yeah. Something beyond the space and time, you know. Yeah, the afterverse.
Even though there is a lot of space, it doesn't like space.
Yeah, right.
sense.
The planets are different. The stars are different. You know, everything's just way older. There's for something new to happen is a
For the
very rare
universe
occurrence.
that's included, there'd be fragments of them all over the
Yeah, yeah. The actual monster itself. Sounds like you're blasting off there, Captain. You're fired.
If I end up able to get the first one,
Yeah.
because I might buy it. May not be for another month or two. Just like I don't think I'll be able to get that one castle that I'd like to. I don't think I'll that would change it a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe try to darken up some places. Because I think what they were going for that one green was like an eerie green, like like a supernatural,
Yeah.
like something maybe not quite evil, but definitely scary.
Yeah. I like the way mine's looking. It's looking pretty good.
Last time I seen it.
Yeah.
The Skeletor battle worthy?
Can he fight, you mean? Skeletor can fight, yeah, I got his legs fixed in that, but Hordak can't fight, yeah, I need to fix his legs. That's why he's just sitting on a chair. Yeah, that's true, but the old original you got is the best one.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, the way his paint is rubbed off, and you know, it's just the missing paint and the characteristics of it. You can't replace that. It's a one of a kind. Yeah. The Scotch tape on the sides holding the armor together. It's really unique. You know.
I didn't know also something said like scotch tape.
Yeah.
I guess they're gonna try to use crazy.
Yeah, but then you can't take it off. You know, with Scotch tape, you could actually take it off and put fresh tape on it again if you want.
Yeah, that's true. If I did decide to use reactors the backup back, it seems to look where it could not be the true reactor. It kind of be like what Zartan says, kind of like projecting.
Yeah, projecting himself from the chair. Yeah.
Maybe a power uses. Maybe him and Scout or
Yeah.
maybe while he's sitting in that chair, they could, or maybe as they're in their career, them being in the commander of the castle, maybe if they're in the throne room,
That's a good idea.
they
Like
can
maybe.
maybe send out like I don't know, like a kind of a contingency.
Yeah.
But it can battle and stuff, but it does have its spend so much willpower throwing
Yeah.
Do you feel like it gets destroyed? They pull it back and fire just
Well,
straight.
yeah, I'm thinking a skill like that or a talent like that. That's something that neither one of them have ever used or done before. So that maybe that would be an ability that they'll learn coming up or something. Maybe Dark Rydeen or Monstar will give them that ability or something like that.
I guess I know in the last time we recorded we were about to launch the cities.
Yeah, on the Primus, Primus is leaving Cybertron and it's going to take the cities with him to the smaller, to take on the elders and go where they need to go and kind of thing. And basically, we'll have to shoot the Master Force discussing, well,
we got to do Master.
the Master Force are going to be talking about whether they should go with the cities now or maybe later and just catch up with them later. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm thinking.
Maybe now that we have the Rhino, we could be like, we do have one vehicle worthy of battle testing. If you want to put that in now, if you're not done with it, never mind. But like if you're done it, we could say like
I was thinking of
we have a vehicle that tests.
that is true. I was thinking of waiting until I have all the vehicles.
Yeah,
We could introduce them one at a time, but like that's just the thing too is if we introduce just one vehicle, how would we do with one vehicle? Who would he take on? That's what I'm thinking is that the Master Force right now is probably going to be like, well, I think we should help the Transformers out, but we should wait and see if they need our help first. And if they need our help, then we should go and help them. I think that's what the Master Force should do.
They could be on Cybertron, maybe they're relaying messages through like Primus.
Yeah, exactly. Like they could be communicating, through Primus, or the other cities or something, you know, as to what's going on, because
They beam a message to Primus, and Primus can beam a message to
yeah,
other cities type of thing.
yeah,
Well, he's backup, but also like
because that's one thing with the cities is
communication hub type of thing. You know what I mean? Like a satellite type of thing
yeah,
for them.
absolutely. I also see it too as like the cities, because they're cities, right? They would have their own space gate, you know, the what you call it, you know, the space bridge. They'd have their own. Each city would have its own space bridge back to Cybertron in order, like, if they need to send stuff to Cybertron or get stuff from Cybertron, they'd have to have the space bridge. You know what I mean? So each city would have its own working, functioning space bridge. And basically, Triptychon has two space bridges, or is supposed to technically have two space bridges. Like when he's in city mode, the two ends on the city are both supposed to be space bridges. In case nobody knew that, but those are actually supposed to be space bridges on Triptychon, and it would make yeah, it would make sense that because Triptychon has space bridges built in, the Autobot and Scorponok, you know, they would have space bridges also built in with them. That way they could, you know, transport things to Cybertron and back if they need to. You know, so like, yeah, you know, they could either fly their ship, you know, or just use a space bridge to bring the Master Force from Cybertron to one of the cities, you know, for reinforcements, say if they need reinforcements. And we could say that that's probably how the G1s get there also. That for now, anyways, the G1s are all on Cybertron, you know. But maybe the G1s could be brought through a space bridge to the battle that they need to go to. Yeah, on high alert. Yeah, they're all on high alert. They're basically right now repairing Cybertron. Like they're still on repair duty, you know, from their last encounter that they had. So like they're still on Cybertron repairing it and stuff, getting ready for what happens next. And like the Autobots, you know, like the vehicle, you know, those can go to the ground with the Master Force, sort of, you know. But the aerial bots, like the Seekers and you know, the Decepticon, you know, aerial force, they're all getting ready on Cybertron in order to, you know, try and slow down the Great God Destroyer, you know, if it comes down to that. So like they're on Cybertron doing that, and are gonna stay on Cybertron. But all the vehicle ones, the Autobots and that, they could use the space bridge and go down to help propel off the villains with the Master Force. Is kind of what I'm thinking here, what I'm seeing. You know, so that's kind of how I'm thinking of working that out.
So definitely the cities is taken on.
They're going to be, yeah, like that's what I'm wondering, like
After the meeting with I guess
yeah, I'm thinking we should have maybe I don't know, like should we have the cities on board Primus now, or should we have one more last scene with the cities at Cybertron before that. You know, which is, I don't know, like, maybe we should move the cities now and say that they're on Primus on their way in the next shot. Like,
Yeah, well, since we're doing a scene, like, you know, we can
we'll,
always
we'll
do a little
watch
bit of
that.
story off camera. It doesn't always have to be.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's right, man. Yeah.
like we're not missing much. Like, we
No.
know what's going on. We know that
Yeah.
Transformers are about to set off on Primus, and cities are going. And
Yeah.
then that's when we last left off, and now we're going to the talk.
With the Master Force.
When we do that, we can end their conversation saying, "Oh, by the way, it looks like all the cities are on Primus, and Primus is about to leave. We need to sit inside now."
Yeah,
Maybe we
that's
can
what
just
I'm
keep
thinking. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. We should go with something like that. Is what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll get more of the media tomorrow.
They'll be here within the next couple weeks. They'll be here pretty soon.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's why I'd like to get some of those holographic stickers from Etsy, like as soon as humanly possible, kind of thing, you know, so I could finish the detailing and have a video on it, and maybe possibly start using them too. Like, I was thinking of showing off the helmets, you know what I mean, in the next video. Like, the Master Force will be talking and discussing, you know, like, well, what should we do, you know, this and that, you know. And then I'm thinking of Dr. Power coming out of the back with an idea, you know, that, hey, you guys, I've been working on some new helmets lately, but I've been missing some components, you know. You think you can get me some of that gold off of that gold statue that they recovered from the Supreme Grand Pope Ares? You know, so that I might be able to make some helmets and weaponry from some gold if I had it. You know, and then it could be, hey, you know what? That's not a bad idea, you know. Maybe I'll go talk to Galacticus and see if he can spare us a chunk. How about that, eh?
Well, they probably wouldn't think about it, but they probably would, considering that how much help the Master Force have been.
Yeah, well,
They've
since
been
they
pretty
did help
steadfast
create,
allies.
yeah, the Matrix Masters, you know, they gave them the blueprints for the Matrix Masters, you know, so they kind of would be inclined to help them in return some way, so they could get the gold that they need to make, like,
Maybe they could even have like a chunk already, and so that we're just waiting for you to ask. Here you go.
yeah, exactly, right, yeah.
Because they know they're scientists by now. I'm pretty sure they would all
Oh,
know by
yeah.
now. These guys are
Absolutely.
smart. They're probably going to ask us
Extremely
for
smart.
this.
Yeah.
Because they probably already thought about it. Should we? They're like, yeah, we should. They've been helping. They help. They ask. So they don't. That's all right.
And you know, they could also say too, Galacticus, you know, because he'd be in charge right now at Cybertron for the time being. Uh, you know, he could tell them that, you know, like, hey, you know, I heard you talking about making the Devil Matrix into a weapon of sorts. You know, I think I have some designs for this. You know, if you create this weapon for us, we'll give you the gold that you need for your weapons. You know, and they might be able to barter that way, so that
Yeah, sounds good.
they get the Devil Sword. Like we should call it the Devil Sword, eh? I think that would be a good name for it, the Devil Sword. You know. You know that matrix sword, eh? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we should like call it the devil sword. I think that would be a good name for it.
I think it would be if it was like, you know,
Just
something that's
plain and
also
simple. Yeah.
Smash so like I feel like it would be so easy. It's more practical.
Yeah, yeah. But it's being created by the Master Force.
Yeah, I guess they can be calling it that.
And it's being built from the Devil Matrix. Like
Yeah,
they're
that's
building it out of the Devil Matrix. So they might as well call it the Devil Sword instead of the Devil Matrix Sword. Devil Matrix Sword kind of sounds a little corny, but that technically that is what it is the Devil Matrix Sword. But we could
no,
just
you're
drop
right.
Matrix and call it the Devil Sword. Yeah.
No, you're right.
Yeah. And then we could give the Devil Sword to Vector Prime, you know, and he could use the Devil Sword.
Oh, I'm just speaking of primes. I'm just 2 primes away from having that.
Yeah, I looked at the newest one, the Quintus Prime, is it? Or a Liege Maxima?
Leash maximum.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, he's being more stuff, I guess.
The green one, right? He's green in that, right? Yeah, yeah, I did see him. I'm looking at him, and he looks like he should be a small design, but you guys are all saying from word is that he's supposed to be big.
Well,
So,
not super huge. He's leader class, which is big.
yeah,
Remember when I brought over that new Fallen figure I got?
right, right.
He's gonna be about that big, but with like those big
Yeah,
shoulders and stuff.
that's
So
gonna be pretty cool, man.
I was wondering if they're gonna make another Vector Prime. They are. They're not. They're gonna be repackaging the one that they came out with, which I already have.
Yeah, I
So
like
that'd
the
be
old
fun.
G one, man. The old G one makes sound
Oh, that one's
effects.
awesome. Yeah,
Yeah,
those are better, but a lot of the new art stuff doesn't have those gimmicks. They're just
yeah, yeah,
figures, and they have a lot of modification
yeah.
type of thing.
That's why I like him, man. He's got the sound effects, and he kind of scales in with Nova Prime. Like Nova Prime looks really good, you know, with Vector Prime with him. And then have Gigatronus, you know, Nova Prime, Vector Prime, and Gigatronus. Like, what awesome team that'll make, man. I can't wait to have those three guys in battle against somebody, man. You know, that would be fucking deadly, man. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome, man. The battle's gonna be great, man. We have some awesome, wicked, great battles here.
Yeah, I think so too.
We should have like Nova Prime and Gigatronus and Nova Prime, Vector Prime. They should show up when they fight the Saints, like the Devil Saints. I think once the Devil Saints regroup, we should have them fucking fight it out. That would be wicked. Or maybe those three against the Visionaries. We could start by putting them against the Visionaries and then bring out maybe the Devil Saints after. Holy shit, I almost did.
So what's your decision? To just keep an eye on the situation?
The Master Force?
Yeah.
I think so. They're gonna stay at Cybertron until they're needed.
Just like the Autobots type of thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, is that they're gonna be working on their own weapons. And if they're needed by the cities, then they'll come down and help. But I don't think they need the Master Force there to help them yet. They have the Matrix Masters.
Yeah, that's true. And you have all the
Once they get enough energy, then they can build their own weapons.
that's true. Well, they're also smart. Like they're making pieces of it in multiple locations on the go type of thing.
Yeah, that's right.
So even enemies find out, it's not like they gotta target locations and target.
Yeah, if they want to destroy it completely.
Which I'm pretty sure say that the more or if he does, he just should probably say stay.
Yeah, Supreme Grand Pope Barris, he'd be watching it from, his throne and stuff and just be like, I don't have to worry about his stuff. The great God Destroyer is going to wipe them all out. Nothing can stop that thing. But he might be shocked when it doesn't come back, though. You know what I mean? Like, when it doesn't return, that might be a little bit of a surprise to him.
And maybe the goal would be like, well, maybe they destroy each other.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe the Transformers came up with a way to stop it. Who knows? Maybe they're more powerful than we expected, But, we'll find out later on that, that they didn't destroy it, it just disappeared. And kind of be like, well, if it just disappeared, well, where is it? Where did it go? How can that just happen? Then that, you know, the real big question, right? That's a real big question.
You know, I just saw something. Maybe the whole reason how Cybertron survives something that should fucking annihilate it. Maybe their defense is like an emergency jump, like for Cybertron itself. But it takes so much energy, they can't really jump on it.
That
But
they're
maybe
like,
they figure a way to convert the damage that's coming from the God of Destruction
oh,
to
to
like
convert that into like a lightning rod sort of, and
yeah, and then
power
it enables
the
them
motor.
to fuck on, you know.
Hey, that's a great idea.
And at the same time, that's when he returns to the ruined city.
Yeah, yeah.
So whoever's watching, be like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, hey. No kidding.
But we'll say that wasn't the perfect jump. Maybe Cybertron does kind of fuck himself up.
Yeah, it
But
uses
at least
up all
Earth
its
didn't be
energy.
annihilated.
Yeah, it would burn out most of its circuitry systems and whatnot. It would, you know, all their fuses and that type of shit would be completely overloaded from
They could be like
an energy burst like that.
refresh.
Yeah, good news and bad news.
Since we upgraded, the repair won't be so bad, but it'll still take time.
Yeah, I like that. I think that'll work now.
I think so. Especially since they work so hard to upgrade themselves, and then also and to not get killed. Just trying to survive. Managed to get various help from the Gundams from the Allies. I guess some of the Allies end up just the way they are, which is not surprising. Making all the bad guys. You know, not really helping. Helping but not helping. Because they could maybe have slowed it down even more so if they didn't fuck around.
Yeah, that's right. That's just something villains do. Yeah.
God would probably destroy that thing like knock it too.
Yeah.
But that just more time.
Yeah. It would slow it down even more so. You know?
Who's gonna pilot the
Well,
you guys not even know?
I'm thinking that we're gonna have it that the good guys didn't know it could be piloted.
Maybe the bad guys just come here.
Yeah.
Well, since it's a ninja there, maybe he just figured it out. How he's spying on them.
Yeah, like I'm thinking that he's gonna be watching them, and like when they're ready to get somebody, we should say that they're gonna put somebody in it, like say a Red Ranger. Red Ranger is gonna pilot the suit, right? And Red Ranger hops in it, but it turns out that that's not Red Ranger, right? Or White Ranger. You know, yeah, we should maybe have the Tiger Ranger here say that Tiger Ranger is going to pilot it, but then it turns out that maybe Storm Shadow killed Tiger Ranger and took his spot, you know, because how else can we explain not being able to use Tiger Ranger anymore?
I know, I'm so sad that.
Yeah, we could make him. We should have him show up in an appearance here and stuff. Like I could temporarily fix him so that we could stand him and use him for some shots and some scenes. Well, like, that's about the best we'll be able to do with him.
Maybe after you do like on.
You know, maybe. After he's dead, maybe, yeah. We should say that Storm Shadow assassinated him when no one was looking, when it was totally unexpected that he assassinated him. Like, killed him straight out. Like, he came out of the shadows and fucking assassinated him. You know, took him out and took his place. And then they think that he's piloting the Voltron, and then it turns out that it's not him at all. That he's actually dead. And Storm Shadow is taking it over. I think that's a great idea, man. We'll try and shoot that next time we get here.
That's good.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm writing some of this stuff down so I don't forget these things.
That's good. I don't have my notes out. Probably should have had them. To be honest.
Yeah.
Let's see what I got some superhero guys, and their Marvel superheroes are very small. Like G.I. Joe size.
Oh, yeah.
The only I'm not really thinking of using them. Well, I was doing I just had an idea. We don't have to do it. They could be like literally the new superheroes, like maybe the G.I. Joe probably.
Yeah.
You can use it as council. Computer that
Yeah, man.
maybe that's the thing you can use to make superheroes.
Or the Sorceress of Secrets might have something to do with it.
Maybe she's helping out directly.
Yeah.
She is the Sorceress.
Yeah. It's all secret, you know. She's the one that they talk about, you know, in legend, but you never ever meet her. You never ever get to see her or meet her really, you know. It's just a huge mystery.
But times are changing. It needs to help out.
Yeah. I think she should show up in the Voltron fight and stop the Voltron. You know what I mean? And be like, I will vanquish this terrible evil from here, and she'll fucking wipe out the Voltron, and everybody will be like, what? Vanquish this terrible evil? The Voltrons are a protector. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? But like, to her, you know, she knows of the other Voltron. You know what I mean? And she might get it confused that this Voltron they have here is actually the other Voltron. You know what I mean? And she'll think it's the other Voltron and help them fight it and stop it, and then find out afterwards that, wait, that's not the real Voltron. This is like like an afterthought of it. It's Voltron, but it's not the old original. The old original was the destroyer of the universe, not the defender. How come this one's built to be the defender of the universe? This is kind of strange. And that'll come on as being kind of strange to the Sorceress of Secrets, because she's, according to her, the Voltron is terrifying. It's actually one of the weapons of the Kaiser, one of the Kaiser's great generals. But she won't probably.
So she'd probably know that the real one's out there somewhere.
She would probably know that the real one is out there somewhere. And I thought this was it. It's not. It'd be a shock to her that this one's kind of an imposter, sort of, but it's still powerful. It was built in the Soul universe.
Like a good imposter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something was good intention.
Or would she know of it? Because the original one came from the evil universe, got locked away, and then this one, the defender of the universe, would have been created. Would it not be created in the magic and science universe, or would it be created in the Soul universe?
I don't know. I don't know. Say the magic science.
It would probably been made in this magic science universe and somehow survived the collapse of its universe, and the heroes discover it afterwards.
Yeah, maybe they just tinkered it.
Yeah, they discovered it and didn't know where it came from or what its origins are or anything,
Maybe there's a tablet that they can translate the things on.
Mm-hmm.
Some universe they thought defender.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was meant to be a defender. It was to be maybe the answer.
Because the Sorceress of Secrets, how old is she now?
How old?
Let me check the thing here.
Are we making her from the Horse? I'm not even sure.
I think she should come from the evil universe. Because that's one of the things in the evil universe, too, is it's, secrets. Keeping secrets is kind of a forbidden thing. You're not supposed to keep secrets, kind of thing, right? So I think she should actually originate from the evil universe.
Well, she's so holy about that.
Yeah.
But maybe she's the only good one in the universe.
Maybe she's the only good one from the evil universe. I think that's where we should put her.
And maybe the only reason why she survived that dark time.
Yeah.
Because she was actually secrets.
I think so, man. That makes sense.
So when she shows up with the other two heroes, you're gonna be with her?
I think it's gonna be Ram Man and what was the other one? Maybe the Gold Knight. What do you think of the Gold Knight? You know the Iron Man, medieval Iron Man. We should call him the Gold Knight, maybe.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. So maybe stay at the main castle. One of the heroes, I guess, can't go on smaller sources. Because you have a small brain.
Or do you think she should show up with the Dragon King Slayer? You know, like I was thinking of introducing the Dragon King Slayer at a later time, but we could throw the Dragon King Slayer in like right off the bat. You know, that would be kind of crazy, wouldn't it? Should the Sorceress of Secrets show up with the Dragon King Slayer? And Ram Man, you know, like.
Yeah, should be like take that thing down.
Yeah.
Dragon Slayer and Ram Man.
Not easily, but you know, that would be a good battle, wouldn't it? That wouldn't be a quick battle either. That would be kind of a drawn out battle then if we're introducing all these characters and having a wicked scrap.
Yes, it's totally the Rangers are.
Yeah. Yeah, like Pandora and the Sorceress of Secrets, they could be arch rivals from their universe back then.
You still plan to get those barbarian suits?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay. Well, there's no hurry on that.
Yeah, there's no hurry on that.
Yes, gonna bring Sunman.
Right, Sunman. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's what we were gonna have. Sorceress's Secrets and Sunman. And Ram Man and Sunman. And then like the Dragon Kingslayer, we were going to have them like build him or resurrect him from like way back in the day.
The little spear. I love spears. They have really basic articulation. But
Oh
I
yeah.
have what's her name? Firestar. Miss Marvel. She has a there's black on. She has something light on her chest. Moon Knight and Nova. Yeah, Nova.
Yeah.
You know, once he's resurrected and has the resources, I have no, but having a house
Yeah.
that castle keep me from like a powerhouse.
Yeah, the Beast Castle. I know that'll probably be the scariest force out there, man, once it's all combined together.
Oh, especially when it's all together.
Yeah.
But even just the figures that we have now, I think would be a terrifying force.
Oh, for sure, man. Yeah. Like the Getter Emperor, like once the Getter Emperor comes part of the scene, you know, that's gonna be interesting. Maybe we should have Getter Emperor and Red Demon team up together. Wouldn't that be something crazy?
It's the red demon.
You know the Raging Demon. Yeah. I don't know.
If it got, he's the
Raging Demon too. He's gonna try and slow it down too. Which will make up for the Voltron, you know, like the slowing down the Voltron would have done. Well, Raging Demon will do it then.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the Getter Emperor is gonna be a powerful figure to throw in here, man.
Yeah, if we manage to get that one Gundam, that's the 3 pieces, that'd be pretty cool. The other, I guess, other Gator Force.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah. I don't. We really don't need that other one, but it'd be interesting.
It'd be cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't need it. If I had the money for it, I'd get it.
Yeah.
We don't really need it. It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that it's three things that combine together. That's pretty cool.
I gotta get a special gem to put on the chart for the Sorceress of Secrets. I'll put a white one.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'll get a nice clear white gem, put it on the chart. Right smack dab in the middle of the evil universe. Yeah, right.
And you know she would.
One little speck. Yeah, one little speck of promise in the darkest realm of all.
Do not defend yourself.
Yeah, it's the only way it's a wholly good person would survive a universe like that. Would be fucking stealthy, man. You have to be pretty secret, like.
You know, goes with that storyline. I was thinking. Remember the Gridman guys that got.
Yeah.
Remember because like the universe foresees the reality of foresees. What's his name? Becoming partners with like death gods.
Yeah. Multi-dimensional death gods.
Maybe the universe exists without a sense of warriors to, I don't know, if not stop him, but maybe not stop, maybe save the secrets, like get her out of there.
Oh, okay. Maybe the doctor might have saved her. Hey?
Well, maybe the Gridman. Because remember, I was thinking the secret before then. Maybe the greatest of us ends up defeating all of them.
Yeah.
But maybe while they're fighting, that's when the Zog decides he thinks she's too awesome. Maybe she's too important to be killed off by.
Yeah.
Even though he plans on destroying it, he figures it's best to keep her on the board.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, man.
Remember, the doctor kind of has his own agenda.
Yeah.
And this would be a part of it, making sure she doesn't die.
Yeah, I think so, man. I think so.
And taking advantage of the distraction of the Gridman.
Yeah. And that could be one of her. That could be one of her secrets that she keeps, is that the doctor actually saved her. And they're keeping that quiet between the two of them, sort of.
Yeah, another secret to have.
Another secret, man. I think
she's seen the help of the doctor. She knows.
Yeah.
The doctor probably odd that his neighbors become conscious and Kylo.
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
Should be Because you remember that one giant Greek man that's purple and stuff.
Yeah.
His cousins, generals or captains or whatever.
Yeah, we might use him for that.
He's a space knight. I was thinking that he converted him. Made him
Mm-hmm.
and then the ones that remained just took off.
Yeah.
But they'll be back. One one of them ends up joining um, the Robotech Masters
Yeah.
later on. Maybe they find somewhere in the multiverse, wounded and displaced from there. Saw the I guess the promise of a new warrior, a new weapon.
Yeah. I was thinking of this too, that like, what if some of the Robotech masters side with the Transformers and join the Transformers?
That'd be interesting. That for sure.
That like maybe there's like a small group of them that don't agree with the rest of them, or something like that. Or maybe they just see opportunity joining the Transformers, or something. We should think about that. Like this is something I was thinking about. Right, is that you have those 5 that are like white and red, Robotech masters, and like, what if the Transformers like find them in the snake base in hibernation or something, and take them, in order to learn more about their enemies and stuff, and then they start using the Robotech masters inside of some of the Transformers, like say Optimus Prime and Ultra Magnus. I was thinking, right? Because Optimus Prime can sit 2, Ultra Magnus can sit 2, and then we just have a 5th one for I don't know, another one maybe. I don't know. It's just something that I was thinking about. Had stirring in my head. But then I was thinking, like, if they go in Optimus, then they take over Optimus, and his conscience isn't Optimus no more. Because we are going to use that as one of the superpowers, secret powers, or abilities. One of the abilities of like the Robotech masters.
Yeah, because they have secretly the creators of those.
Yeah.
Like if they decide, say if they manage to get on Fortress Maximus somewhere and meditate inside him, they could probably take over him.
That's a good point. They could probably do that if a group of them did. But then again, he is controlled by a headmaster, and it might, well, could they control headmasters?
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know.
Because what's the basis of how we're gonna be take control of them? Is that it's inside them? Is it them just touching them? Kind of like the way Loki was in that first Adventure movie with that staff. See,
Yeah.
people into soldiers for him. Is it something like that? That they have to concentrate their power as they touch him? And then
or maybe they have
they're
to like
losing for a while.
incapacitate it first, and then they can take it over. Hey, maybe they have to incapacitate them first, and then take them over. That would kind of make sense. That way, you know, the Transformers, they could like try and fight and defend themselves, you know. But if they lose their fight, you know, then they can get taken over. Then if they lose. And then, you know, some of them might.
Maybe that was the goal.
Yeah.
Like, not only to like gain strength, to like or technological power, to like try to reach one city, but also considering they know all the threats that exist,
Yeah.
and they know they know that the universe is kind of gone since there's existence. So they probably figured that you know there's gonna be more people to fight. So they gotta make sure that they have a way to establish boundaries, or at least defend themselves
Yeah.
properly without risking their own annihilation.
Yeah.
Which one of those one of those one of those things which they know they're going to hurt is Transformers. Maybe maybe it's time to rein in their energy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's sort of what I'm thinking too. Something like that.
Like they don't know who's those maybe
Yeah.
like us.
Yeah, and they would probably see that, like, yeah, they'd definitely have a problem with that. But then that might be what saves them too, is like, if they didn't have Galacticus, Gandalf, Xandal, you know, Zartan leading them, the Robotech masters, they would just swoop right in and take them all over then.
Yeah, man, I was actually making their guns opposing nuclear power with that big base
Yeah.
and being backed up by the Star Cores.
Yeah, yeah, no kidding. Starkov's backing them up. It'd sure take a chunk out of Cybertron, if not the whole Cybertron. You know, that'd be a serious battle. You know, I don't think they would win that fight. The
No, I know
Diepols, they would win it, but
they'd have to do more stealth. That'd be their best option, honestly. Is to try to sneak the best of them onto like probably the most important places, which would be the cities.
yeah. If they sabotage them from the inside out, I could see them doing it, you know, and that's how they probably would do it. But with commanders like Zartan and Gandalf, Galacticus, like, there's no way they're gonna sneak in there like that. Like they get sniffed out, you know. But they would temporarily be able to host some of the bodies on the battlefield, though, you know, in certain circumstances, you know, and then just ditch the body after they're done with it afterwards. That's kind of how I see them using their advantage like that.
Yeah, because their energy beams, because their energy, maybe they can just go right into their bodies, like
Yeah,
type of thing.
yeah. Once they're weakened or distracted or something, yeah.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But that's kind of cool that we have like some
And we could say
masters of
these,
technology.
yeah, and that these Transformers were built for them, but they weren't supposed to have their own spirits and personalities. But Primus, gave them the personalities into the tech. We could say that, eh? That like Primus got the tech from them, but then he put his own spirit into the tech to make it his sort of thing. And that kind of makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, maybe they underused Primus. Maybe they didn't think they could do designs.
Yeah. Or Primus maybe did that without them knowing about it. Yeah, the sparks, exactly. So like, yeah. So like maybe the Robotech masters could go inside them and take them over, but they have to be weakened first, though maybe or they have to like give them over, willingly, sort of like how Decepticons. Some of the Decepticons would just willingly let them take them over, to get more power or be more powerful. But then, like some of the Autobots, they might not be down for that, and if it's a willing host, yeah. But then
somebody that they want to take over against their will, then it has to be a little bit of a beat down.
Yeah, you have to like weaken them, beat them down a bit first. Yeah.
Kind of like in the game, you have to capture something. You gotta beat it up a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, man.
Beating up is a weekend and enough so you could,
Yeah.
you have to capture it.
Yeah, it's making a lot more sense.
The Doctor always getting involved in some of this shit.
Oh, that's some of the best.
But that's okay. That just making the Doctor
more legendary.
More legendary. A little bit more important than people realize. It's like how he had his adventures in his own story.
Yeah, imagine all his daughters.
Time traveling adventures. This different.
Yeah, man. He traveled so far, he made it all the way over here. He's done some traveling, I'd say.
Was it Kaiser sacrificing his to get the god of the gods of the multi-dimensional gods of death?
I think he discovered the gods of death after his universe collapsed. I would say like after his universe had its fight and everything. After that, then when he's in the afterverse, right, and he comes across the saints and the Supreme Grand Pope Ares, then that's when he's like, I gotta boost my ranks if I'm gonna beat the Supreme Grand Pope Ares, and Dragon Master, or the Green Dragon Lord, Green Ranger, he'd help Kaiser. Recruit, the two of them are like father and son sort of thing, and between the two of them, they go out and get the multi-dimensional death gods, and they bring them into the picture. But then as things unfold, then they have to get rid of them, you know what I mean? Because they're too dangerous to just have out there on the loose. So then that's when, Green Ranger realizes some of his mistakes and wants to maybe right some of his mistakes by dealing with dimensional death gods, you know.
Maybe that's why also one of the worst times to meet
Maybe, you know, seeing, you know, going up against Mason Kaiser and all of his forces. But, you know, I don't think, I just have a feeling that Supreme Grand Pope Ares just still wasn't afraid, you know, even though the numbers and the power are all against him and everything, that he just knew that that he's gonna win, and that this is what he's gonna do to win. Is like he could see the future, and he had them outread, you know, like they had him outpowered, but he had them outread, you know, which is kind of the trade-off in that scenario. That they had all this power and everything, but as the switch is that they became predictable having all that power, and that also made them predictable after a while. And Supreme Grand Pope Ares would just read that and play into their weaknesses, something that they wouldn't expect. And yeah, when they thought they knew exactly what they were doing, they found out that they didn't. You know? Yeah. Yeah, no one would be dumb enough to summon them. That's like asking for suicide, basically. You know? Yeah. Like they can't be reasoned with, you know. Like the only reason they joined together was because Amazing Kaiser, you know. Like if it wasn't for him, they wouldn't have joined forces together. But because of him, they joined forces. And without Mason Kaiser, you can't expect them to do anything you ask them to. Like they're not going to listen to you. They're not going to do anything you want them to. You know, they're their own masters. Like
that's key. It's Mason Kaiser. His forces probably could be stopped with action.
Yeah.
Like they probably wouldn't themselves at the same time.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah.
Like he's stopping with safe as one of them. The others being attacked. He's
Yeah. Like two of them, like I could see two of them joining up just out of circumstances. You know what I mean? That certain circumstances just led them, you know, to this place at this particular time, and you know, because of that, they might as well just team up, you know, because it's in their both interests, kind of thing, you know. But yeah. But outside of that, you know, you wouldn't really see it. You wouldn't expect like two of them to like join up with each other. And you sure wouldn't want to be the guy that the two of them are teaming up on. That's for sure.
That would have been
Yeah, I know, right?
Party.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't be thinking right.
Yeah.
Maybe they know they beat them.
Yeah.
They beat it.
Yeah, exactly. And they know that. They just keep coming back and killing until there's nothing left in the Ultraverse, and they don't want that to happen because they live in there, you know, like they made it part of their home, sort of.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's kind of cool, you know. It's like
yeah, the saints and that, yeah, man,
the eternal sanctuary.
yeah, the eternal sanctuary.
I mean, you probably seen it. Man. Well, also because kind of guaranteed that you'd be at least on the other side. Maybe the Pope could have turned it. Or maybe it was a little bit of both. Pope's technique. Being on his side.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. The depth and lore of the story, man, it's fucking wild, man.
Yeah. Multiverse story.
Yeah, man.
Modern creation. Still gonna be a couple months again, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I think guys are upset.
Volts V. Or Volts 5. Yeah, no, yeah, I think, no, it's a great idea, man. Put him with Kaiser's army. He'll look like the only good guy over there. You know, but he's actually a bad guy.
It's wild. Good guys are there. They're actually our stories.
Yeah, oh, I think it's brilliant, man. The Japanese audience, they'll love it, man. They'll love it.
That's cool. We're able to have a party. Means you're sad.
Yeah, it should be good, man. Yeah. Yeah, we can figure out what we're doing with the Master Force and that once you get here.
I think it's fun.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, this is good chatting with you, man. It's good hanging out. Good to see you. Yeah. Yeah, get some rest tomorrow, and then we'll have a good day on Saturday. Yeah, man. These guys still function. 2 hours ago. No. You see that guy? That guy, he had an accident. Oh. Look at these guys going here. There you go. Ready for blast off, Captain? Ready to fire the hole. 3, 2, 1. Fire! Let's go. think I shot him, but no, I didn't shoot him. Oh no. I'm getting the fuck out of here, man. Guy's gonna get me. Oh shit! Where's all my bases gone? I want a speeder bike. Is what I want. I hear a bike, but I don't see one. Oh, right here. Which way do I go? Oh, I don't know. This might be a bad idea. I think he's got it. Only way we're gonna win is stand any chance is if we get this base. Holy, he's way back there. Don't do it, man. It's not the right one though. Oh, no way! What the? Oh my goodness. Speed fucking shot me dead. No.
He's a speeder boy. Maybe some backup. It's not a bad idea. There's a guy here.